Angelina. Welcome. Today we are touring Fort Williams Park in Cape Elizabeth, Maine. They have forts, they have the Portland Headlight. It's lots of fun, it's beautiful, and stay tuned so you can enjoy. So before we get to Fort Williams, we're traveling through the city of Portland. Portland was founded July 4th, 1786. Before then, it was a part of Falmouth, the neighboring city. In 1820, Portland became the first capital of Maine. It wasn't until 1832 that Portland was incorporated as a city. After the Great Fire of 1866 that destroyed most of the city center and many historic buildings, the phoenix was adopted as the city's symbol. Here we are driving through Portland, enjoying the views. Here is the Casco Bay Bridge. It connects Portland to South Portland. On the right is Portland, and on the left is South Portland. At times the bridge will lift when a cargo ship needs to pass under, and you can be stuck there anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes to an hour, depending on how long the boat needs to take to pass through. But it's not a horrible wait because the views are pretty. However, you don't want to get stuck there when you're in a rush. Here we are arriving at Fort Williams. It's going to be great. It's beautiful. So cold. This used to be where a gun sat, a big giant gun blaster. It says Battery Hobart was built in 1898 and named for Lieutenant Henry A. Hobart, one of the first Maine graduates of the U.S. Military Academy, who was killed in action during the War of 1812. The battery mounted one British-built 6-inch gun whose function was to help protect the minefield laid in the Maine Channel in time of war from hostile minesweepers. Battery Hobart was manned during the Spanish-American War, but was made redundant by the completion in 1905 of Battery Keys, which mounted more modern American-built guns. Therefore, when the U.S. Army determined that America's Pacific defenses required strengthening, Battery Hobart's gun was removed in the summer of 1913 and sent to the Hawaiian Islands, where it was used to protect the Army and Navy facilities at Pearl Harbor during World War I. The Batteries magazine continued to be utilized for the storage of ordnance supplies at Fort Williams until 1929. This beautiful mansion was designed by Charles Alexander for John Goddard in 1858. Can you imagine how fortunate he must have been to have this sort of view? It was built from native stone, and it was one of the first homes built along the shores of Cape Elizabeth. In 1898, it became a housing facility for married enlisted men and their families that were stationed here at Fort Williams.
Finally, we arrived at the lighthouse. It was less than a mile from when we started. It was only 15 degrees. Brr. The Portland headlight dates back to 1784 when 74 merchants petitioned the local government for a light at the entrance of the Portland harbor. The lighthouse was officially lit in 1791. The lighthouse became famous by the poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. He wrote the poem The Lighthouse. It is speculated to be about this specific lighthouse as he would visit frequently. Since 1990, the lighthouse has been owned by the town of Cape Elizabeth. Lighthouse by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. The rocky ledge runs far into the sea, and on its outer point, some miles away, the lighthouse lifts its massive masonry, a pillar of fire by night, of cloud by day. Unfortunately, sometime in late December of 2022, this area of Fort Williams was significantly damaged. Where the waves were crashing up onto the lighthouse, and it damaged the museum, and it also tore down a lot of the fencing and ripped up the cobblestone, and really it took a while for them to be able to just have it back up and in running condition. And as you can see on that rock right there, there was a crash on Christmas Eve one year. This was in, I believe, the 1800s at some point, and a few people died in the shipwreck. Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so that you can follow us on our future adventures. See you soon.